What is going on, everybody? Crypto's here. I hope that you guys are having a great weekend. Although today is not as bullish of a day as I would have hoped for, I'm just very happy that we're still seeing a little bit of green across the board. Now, again, we have been watching these two support or resistance areas. Now they have the green and the gray, and now they have flipped back into support. So we did see this breakdown, but luckily so far it just seems like this was a fake out and price managed to get back above it. So now price is absolutely squeezing, sorry about that. Price is absolutely squeezing between the head and shoulders neckline and this up sloping support. So I think very, very soon, possibly tomorrow, we will start seeing a big move from Bitcoin, and I am betting that it will be mostly to the upside. So I love how we are back inside we got back inside the lower Keltner channel band on the daily, and now we are still holding. So this is a very, very good sign. This bounce back it seems like it wasn't just a fake out, as price is actually holding. Now what could we be expecting for tomorrow? Now, this definitely looks like Bitcoin wants to form an inverse head and shoulder to bounce back inside of the neckline and even end into this falling wedge. Now, if that is the case, then yeah, this green arrow, I mean, to me, that's the most likely scenario. Now, I mean, it is going to take a lot for Bitcoin to get back over this blue diagonal, but if it does, I think, I don't know how long or how far up this market can go, but I think we will see much more upside if Bitcoin can reclaim this, not only this blue resistance, but also the weekly 21 MA. Now, I talk about that level all the time. I would have really hoped that Bitcoin was able to reclaim it today for the weekly close, but it seems like that's not going to happen. But I mean, we're holding above important support, so at least I am super happy about that. To me, I always say I want to be back above the weekly 21 MA to be super bullish. So I'm still, I'm still kind of waiting. Like, I think the markets are mostly bullish right now, but for me, that 21 week MA is the level that I'm keeping my eyes on to be, more convinced. But this falling wedge, if we can get back above it, I mean, I think it will definitely play out, and that will be a very bullish sign for Bitcoin. Now, let's look at the 4-hour chart. I actually, I'm trying to also start growing on TikTok. I just made one. I'll probably drop the link down in the video description. But I had posted yesterday that we would have probably retested this head and shoulders neckline, and Bitcoin did exactly just that. Now, it's good that we are, making higher lows, and also higher highs. So what I'm expecting now from here, I mean, I think it's not impossible. We consolidate a little bit and just hold above these levels for Bitcoin to go for another push. So we're keeping our eyes on that. This neckline is the level I am watching. Guys, whenever there is a head and shoulders breakdown, like a big breakdown, once price gets back over the neckline, it is always super, super bullish. Let me show you guys just one quick example. Let me see if I can spot it right here. So this is the daily chart. Yes, exactly. This was the big crash that we had in May, and let me show you guys. So this was a head and shoulders breakdown. At least to me it was. It's not the cleanest head and shoulders, but to my eyes, I'm so used to spotting these patterns, I call this a head and shoulders, and this is my neckline. So I have been tweeting that XRP was going to blow up as soon as it can get back above this neckline, and look at what happened. As soon as price managed to reclaim that neckline, let's see, XRP went for a 70% breakout. So this is why these critical head and shoulders necklines are so important, and that's why I talk about them all the time. Now, while we're at this, let me just go ahead and start and jump into the XRP analysis for the day. Okay, so let's go on the weekly. I sent out a tweet earlier. Look at this trend line. I was extremely worried because XRP had fallen below it, but now price bounced back. And if we can also see, we have this falling wedge. Let's see right here. We have this falling wedge, and XRP it looks like it's actually going to get, you know, a more convincing close back inside the falling wedge than this one. This one was not too convincing, and eventually we saw this was also a bullish, a very bearish candle close, and price did fall back down. But now we're getting a, you know, green candle, and it's kind of closing more inside of the falling wedge. So I think that if I just want to get comfortable here and then, you know, go above this resistance, test it as support, and then eventually onto the next. So we're keeping a close eye on XRP. Now, what I had next for you guys was the Bitcoin dominance chart right here. Let's go. Okay, so let's flip to the daily. Oh, actually, look at that. Let's look at the weekly. Wow, this is actually looking very bullish on the weekly. This is a bullish hammer candle on the Bitcoin dominance weekly. So guys, we have to be extremely cautious, because I mean, I think it can be so easy for Bitcoin dominance to just regain bullishness and just go however high it wants to go. So we have to keep a close eye on that. But on the daily chart, I am happy that we're falling. This is a bearish candle, retested, so getting rejected at resistance, the daily 21 MA and the middle Keltner channel band. So I am expecting the Bitcoin dominance's next move to be to the downside. But how far down? That is the big question, because look, this could very, very, very easily be a daily inverse head and shoulder that this wants to form before bouncing back higher. So I will not be bullish on Bitcoin dominance, as many people are, until it falls below the big 40% level, which I call right here the market dump area, because this is always what happens. So we still keep an eye on that. Hopefully, we're hoping for this, but until this is, you know, kind of invalidated, I will not be too hopeful to see the Bitcoin dominance flip bearish again. So no big out rallies until then. So we still wait. Now the US dollar index, let's see, still bearish. I didn't even know that this didn't really, you know, move on weekends, but apparently it does. So this chart has looked the same since Friday night. Yeah, still bearish. Head and shoulders daily broke down, retested, got rejected, and it seems like the US dollar index is going to continue to fall, which will be bearish for crypto. So we keep an eye on that. Now, the most important chart of today is the crypto total market cap. So I was getting very scared. Okay, so let's take a look at this trend line. Look at that huge resistance, again huge resistance, tested as support, tested as support. So we can agree that this is a very important trend line, and the total market cap closed the daily below it, but it was a fake out, and price managed to get back above it. And also there was a head and shoulders on the daily. We broke down below the neckline, so I thought that was it, but this was a bullish candle and price managed to get back above. So the head and shoulders had a fake breakdown, that was a fake out, and now price is back above it. So this is super bullish, guys. Now we are looking at this falling wedge, and if we can zoom in on the 4 hour, so this is our support and resistance on the 4 hour chart. Price managed to get back above it and retested for support until the big breakout. So now price is hanging on top of the top band of this falling wedge, which is very, very bullish. It may not seem like it on the daily chart, so nothing confirmed yet, but guys, I mean, as of now, we had the fake out back inside the falling wedge, so I think logically it just makes sense that the next move will be a breakout of the falling wedge. So if we can look at the downtrend, you know, back in July, it was a falling wedge that sent us out of the downtrend and into the next phase of the bull market. So will we see something similar happen like that? It's very likely. So we're still keeping a very close eye on that. Now, last one for the day. It was actually Spell. Let's see. Yeah, last chart of the day. So 4 hour chart. Spell has been very, very bearish since it got added to Coinbase somewhere around here. And right now, price is trying to recover as long as we do not make any new lows. I'm just expecting, you know, more upside. I know this may not look like an inverse head and shoulders, but to me it does. They all play out the same, and it looks like we're starting to get a breakout. So we keep a close eye on that. Now that is it for today's video, guys. I will drop the link to my Twitter down below. I'll have the timestamps, and if you enjoyed this video, please hit the subscribe and the like button and drop a comment. It would be greatly appreciated, guys. Have a great rest of your Sunday, and we'll see you guys on the next one.